YouTube, what is going on? Let's do this breakdown. And now, if you haven't watched my reaction, go watch the reaction to the Mandalorian trailer because I want you to get my first impressions. But now we're gonna dive deep, and I know the lighting isn't great, but you gotta pump this stuff out when it comes out, right? Usually I like to film in my gym that I own because it has better lighting, but you do what you can with what you got. Now, if you watched my reaction, you would have known that I had a baby in this little shawl thing, but my wife has the baby now, and so now I'm wearing a weird shawl. And I got my wonderful water in my Space Jam mug. Let's get into it. All right, so starting off the bat, we have an awesome scene. Let's take a look at this. Let's go through this. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, there it is. This is dope. One, I think if I remember correctly, the main character, the guy who's playing the Mandalorian, he's in Game of Thrones. I think he dies, season 1. And bummer. And this is very Game of Thrones. Very Game of Thrones-y. And so I'm very excited that they did this. Now, TV shows, you have a lot more liberty, especially when it's a streaming service. So like the Titans TV show, rated mature. They really went, the extra mile. People dying and, robbing, hitting people with batarangs that, cut people's throats and shit. So they really went above and beyond, which I think is perfect for this type of character and this type of show. I mean, the Mandalorians were brutal, right? They're supposed to be brutal. And if you don't know who they are, you definitely should Google them. But they're some of the best fighters and best bounty hunters ever in the Star Wars mythos. And so it needs to be like this. So it'd be even crazier if their heads were in it. That'd be even more nuts. But I don't think they're actually going to go that far. But it looks really, really cool. I think that looks great. Now, I still want to know if this ship, is in anything else. So if it's been in Rebels or Clone Wars, if I've missed it, post it in the comments because I do want to look that stuff up and kind of get an idea of what that ship is all about. Now, boom. This is my favorite clip in the entire trailer because it just looks amazing. If you type in Google, like Star Wars stills on Google, and you want to find the perfect picture to put as your backdrop, I envision something like this. This looks beautiful. So I hope that the whole series looks this fantastic. Moving on, moving on, moving on. There's not a lot of talking in this film, in this trailer, which I think is good because I don't think Mandalorians should talk a lot. I think they should speak through their actions, and their presence should speak for themselves. And I'll get to that a little bit later. But going back to this scene here, I want to see a lot of new planets. We've been seeing a lot of new stuff with the episode 7, episode 8. There are different planets that are in those movies, and I want that to continue. Han Solo came out with some new planets. I want to see this to be a new planet, and it kind of reminds me of the Nevada desert because it's got those trenches, and it looks like there's some water up in there, which would be really neat. So I just want to see some new stuff. I think that'd be appropriate, be cool. Let's see here. Okay, so pause. I've done a really good job of trying to stay spoiler-free for this TV series. So the only things that I know about actors and actresses are who's playing the main character of The Mandalorian. I know his backstory of what he's been in prior to. So he's been in Game of Thrones, things like that. Jon Favreau's directing, and he's kind of in charge of the whole ship. And it's on the Disney Plus series. That is what I know. And that is what I'm trying to stick with because I want to be surprised. I don't like walking into a TV show or a movie knowing everything about what's going to happen. So, but I can't help myself. I want to know a little bit more about this character because this is the only scene I think that she's in this entire trailer. But this look, and the way she looks and the costume she's wearing, she just really intrigues me. And I really want to know more about her. So post in the comments and kind of give me a little scoop on what I have to look forward to because this is like the one character that I'm really, really excited about learning more about because she intrigues me so much. And I don't know why really, because this is really all that she's been in so far in this trailer. Looks cool. Interesting. Sweet shot. Okay, there it is. Oh, missed it. Not far enough. There it is. All right, they're going Han Solo up in here. I did not like Han Solo. I thought it was a terrible movie. I liked episode 8 even less than I liked Han Solo. So for me, this is a big deal because this is an opportunity for them to win me back. I'm still a fan, but I'm really not a big fan of the direction that they've gone. And so this is an opportunity for them to really do something special for me. And if you like those movies, I think that's great. And you should continue to like them. But they didn't vibe with me. So this shot reminds me of Han Solo, which is fine. I think that they're going to do it better in this TV show than they ever could have in Han Solo. It's not, anything that the actors did. I just don't think they had enough time to develop characters and things like that. And so the story wasn't too good either. But I hope that they make this scene awesome when it comes out. And he looks fantastic. So, if you're a big Mandalorian fan, which I am, especially if you played, the Bounty Hunter game for the GameCube, you're probably pretty picky on what he's going to look like. And they pretty much got him spot on. So the colors look good, the mask looks good, the helmet, the helmet looks good, his armor looks perfect, and I'm really, really happy with the detail that they've put into this character. So moving on, November 12th can't come soon enough. There's one more thing I want to touch on. Well, two more things. Okay. I don't think he's ever been in anything besides maybe Robot Chicken and Family Guy Star Wars. But other than that, if this is who I think it is, I really want to see him. This is going to be so cool if this is, because he's in episode 5, very briefly, and he's in Robot Chicken. If you've ever seen Star Wars Robot Chicken, you need to watch it. And I hope they do him justice. And in the trailer, they really showcase what he's capable of and why he's such a dangerous bounty hunter to go up against. The Mandalorians are, they're the best bounty hunters ever, as far as I'm concerned. And so if you're going to go up against one, you got to know your shit. And he's one of those guys who knows their shit. Well, he's a robot, but you get my point. So I really hope that he's in it, a good chunk of the film, and I hope that they do him justice. So that's really cool. Now, he's going up against the clone troopers a lot. And that's interesting to me because I would really love to see the rebels get their hands dirty and see a different side of them and see potentially them hire a bounty hunter to take out high-level targets of the Empire. I think that'd be a really neat take on the whole bounty hunter mythos and Star Wars, galaxy. Instead of the rebels always being on the run and being the innocent people who are just trying to defend themselves, that they're actually digging deep and playing a little dirty, playing some hardball and going after the Empire. I think that would be really neat to watch. So I kind of hope that that's the route that they go. I don't know if they will, but I think that'd be neat. All right. Okay, there's a scene. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Wait. Oh, I'm way too far. Damn it. There it is. Okay, this guy gets chopped up in half. I've always thought of that, right? When you watch episode 5, when Luke is falling after he gets his arm chopped off. I've always thought, man, I wonder what would happen. You got your arm stuck in there. Is it like a rubber thing, or is that metal? Is it sealed tight? And you're gonna chop your arm off. He gets chopped in half, which kind of answers all my questions. Ooh, baby's crying in the background. Better wrap this up. Last couple things. This is great. I'm really excited to see this in the film. Or in the series. I keep saying film. I keep watching too many damn movie trailers. Now, if you know who this character is, please comment below because I have no idea who this is. So, I'm not perfect. I don't know everything about Star Wars. I know a lot. I watch a lot of the shows. At least I try to. I watch all the movies. I read a lot of comics, but I don't know who this character is. So, comment below if you do. Now, the last thing I want to touch on is that I'm just such a big fan of how they made that look. It looks perfect. It's sleek, it's mysterious, it's exactly what I want the character to be. So this is where we're going to talk about character development and things like that. So I really want the Mandalorian to kind of be a faceless figure. I don't really want to see his face too often. I don't want to hear him talk a lot. If he does, I want him to be very calm, cool, and collected. I don't want him to yell. I don't want him to complain. I want him to come across as very confident, calm, cool, and collected, and act like he's always 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of whoever he's going up against. Because he's supposed to, the Mandalorians are supposed to be the best of the best. And if you're going up against someone that's the best of the best, you need to know your shit, or you're gonna die. And even if you do know your shit, you're probably gonna die. You gotta be able to go the distance. So I wanna see him really be able to handle himself. both not just with his weapons, but just with people. Being able to manipulate, being able to handle confrontations in a very appropriate way that you would expect somebody of that caliber to be able to handle it. So I'm very, very happy with how they made that look, because it's reminiscent of that, and I really want to see that get developed. So I hope you liked this breakdown. If you did, smash that like button, because it does help the channel a lot. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye. Yeah.